Welcome back, future doctors. Today we're going to talk about the topic of self-confidence. This topic hits really close to home for me because I spent a lot of years through college and medical school not feeling confident. Yet here I am today, a successful doctor. There are many things on the pre-med journey that can lead you to doubt yourself and contribute to low self-confidence. Got a C or a D in organic chemistry? That can be a blow to your self-confidence. Do you see other students getting better grades than you, even though they don't study as much? That can also be a blow to your self-confidence. Did you score lower than you wanted to on the MCAT? That can be another blow to your self-confidence. In my case, I got D's and F's in my first introductory biology courses. Was that a blow to my self-confidence? Of course it was. Dr. Zulma, thinking back to your college experiences, what was something that was a blow to your self-confidence?
In high school, I didn't do exceptionally well on my SATs. Although I had a pretty good GPA in high school, my SAT limited my opportunities when it came to the college application process. And at that time, I really thought that my SAT score was the measure of my intelligence and future. Then when I got to college, my entire first year was a blow to my self-confidence. I struggled with all of my classes. I actually failed my calculus class, and after that failure, it's when I decided I would switch majors and give up the thought of pursuing medicine. I feel that college overall is a constant test of your self-confidence. Okay, so let's dig a little deeper about self-confidence.
Generally speaking, self-confidence refers to trusting your ability to do something or be something. For example, if you have self-confidence about your ability to play basketball, it means that you trust that you can do a pretty good job playing basketball. If you have self-confidence that you can become a doctor, then you trust your ability to get through those pre-med courses, take the MCAT, get into medical school, and make it through all of your medical training. Now, as we've said many times on this podcast, we believe in your ability to become a doctor if that's what you want. But in order to get there, you need to believe in yourself too. We can't force you to believe in yourself. You have to make that choice to believe in yourself and your abilities. And you have to practice that because, as we'll talk about, it doesn't just happen overnight. If we grow up being judged harshly by our parents, our teachers, our friends, then we subconsciously learn to treat ourselves the same way. Even if we don't grow up being judged harshly by others, it's pretty normal for our minds to be judgmental towards ourselves. Everyone experiences fear. You don't have to be unafraid to be confident. You just have to know how to use fear in the right ways. I like to think of fear as a form of energy, and you can make the conscious decision to channel that energy in order to help you in your effort to get better at the thing that you're trying to do. Or, unfortunately, you can use that fear and that energy to just keep you from doing the things that you want to do. But you do have a choice in how you use that energy coming from fear. And really, if you ask any performer, like an actor or a musician, they're not unafraid. They get afraid too, and they'll tell you that they feel afraid. But they choose to push through that fear and maybe even channel that fear into the thing that they're trying to do.
Many of us are not confident in our ability to succeed in many things. But why is that? Why do we sometimes lack confidence, Dr. Marina?
Well, there are many possible reasons. The first one is excessive expectations or perfectionism. Now, I am 100% guilty of perfectionism. Very high expectations of myself. So here's an example. Let's say you're about to take the MCAT and you really want to get a good score. If I expect to get a 520 on my MCAT on my first try, chances are I won't get the score that I want unless I'm a really, really good test taker and really brilliant. And that will make me feel bad about myself. And so maybe I won't want to try again because I just proved to myself that I couldn't do it. So we have to have realistic expectations and try to avoid too much perfectionism.
I always tell my kids there's no such thing as being perfect. So if you continue to try to be perfect, it's just never going to happen.
Exactly.
So I think believing in that, it's just something that does not exist to be perfect for anyone.
In fact, As a doctor, I never tell my patients that I'm 100% confident about something, because it's just not possible to be 100% confident given the complexity of the human body and the limits of our medical knowledge. In my opinion, one of the most dangerous traits a doctor can have is overconfidence. So if a doctor is telling their patients, "Oh, I'm sure this is what you have," or "I'm sure this is going to work," like, I mean, there are better ways to say that, like, "This is very likely," or "as far as we know, as far as we can tell, this is what's going on." But if you ever encounter a doctor who is overconfident or is too sure of himself or herself, that's a little bit of a red flag. And as future doctors, we don't want you to be overconfident. We don't want you to be 100% confident. We just want you to be confident enough to do a good job. And we definitely think that all of you can achieve that level of confidence that you need to become a doctor. Thanks so much, everyone, for checking out this video preview of our episode. To hear the full episode, please visit our website at www.futureminoritydoctor.com or subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Also, stay tuned about new releases, giveaways, events, and more by following us on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok.